Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we get ourselves 3 free stability, which is nice. Our stability is pretty low, and we do need to work that back up. We are, of course, working down our aggressive expansion, and that will continue to drop for a while. In terms of what we're currently working on, we have some road build going on in our vassal state over here, and I think we have some road build going on up here as well. Yeah, there's a fair amount still happening there. We're dropping our AE. We're eventually going to want to integrate the Magadins, but not quite yet. In terms of our expansion plans, we're probably going to work on attacking out over this way. Are you... Okay, these two are allied together, but this unit, or rather this force here... Oh, they're actually in a defensive pact. So we can get all of these in one war. Do we have a CB right now? No, we don't. So we should probably begin working on one. We're going to want to let our AE drop for a while, but we could certainly work on fabricating a claim out over here for the time being and get this all under our control in a single war. I like it. So we currently have the Vijaya family, I should say, being scorned. I almost said scamily, which is an interesting way to put it, especially considering I'm pretty sure that's a ruler family. Is that true? Yes, that is our ruler family, or scamily. I mean, and this is my country we're talking about, so it probably is a scamily. Let's be honest. We're no longer importing furs. Cool. And this is actually eventually colonizable out over here. This is uninhabitable, but this is colonizable. Interesting. Well, we're definitely going to be going after this eventually. We're going to be going after Sumpa as well. So that's basically our only remaining targets at this moment. Unrivaled wealth, huh? You know what? He can have the money. That's fine. We were working on our elephants at the end of last episode, and that is definitely working away. We are adding in an aqueduct here. We're adding in a forge up over this direction. And we'll see how that ends up going. We'll continue to work on that. We spent virtually all of our money last episode working on that. But we'll get more elephant production. We're at 26 right now. We know for a fact we're going to hit 27. We may or may not hit 28, 29, something like that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Marble. Okay, sure. We're not importing that. Now, we could definitely create a leader for these over here and just get this family unscorned. I'm not sure how much we really care about that, though, since they are the leaders... since they are the current leadership family. And this guy is definitely a potential problem eventually. But for now, it doesn't actually appear to be an issue. He appears to have gained some loyalty there. Now, we do have low food up over here. We should definitely, import some grain. Do it. What do we have over here? We're going to require a trade route here. So we'll go ahead and pay a bunch of political influence to get a trade route going up here, and then we'll be able to import food there as well. So no real problems there. For the moment, we're banking up cash and allowing our soldiers to continue their building. Our road build here is going to be done very soon. We will get them just moving back over here once they're done with that, and I don't think they're going to build any roads along that route. No, they're not. So we're just going to have them come on back this way. They will build a road over here, and there is no bridge. I guess we don't have that tech, but that's fine. How are we doing on tech, anyway? I mean, we're at plus 175, so we're capped out there, and we're 92 years ahead of time. It'll be a bit before our next set of technologies. That's fine. We are losing stability right now. That is because our aggressive expansion is high. And yeah, that's... more than all of it. Our aggressive expansion is high, and our divine sacrifice timed out. So for the moment, it'll have to be okay. Have him flogged. Okay. So these guys are going to forget about their road build, and they're just going to walk up over this way. They are done with their building of roads for the moment. And we're not going to need to build any roads when we annex the Magadins. I'm not interested in annexing them just yet because of the Seleukids here. But for the moment, that seems to be okay. And these guys are going to come down and build down over here. I definitely want these roads built. That's a lot of money. We can actually afford it. We can afford that relief. So let's go ahead and do it. That's fine. Okay, so up over here, we finished up our trade route. We're definitely going to want to import some food if we need to, but we don't actually need to right now. So that seems okay. No problem there. Checking in on our missions. Lankan nobility is at 96. Okay. 15 political influence. Sure. I don't like spending that, but it will have to do. What region is this? Okay. Up over here. We were planning on taking that anyway. Cool. Yeah, Avanti advances over here. So we would end up having a border with the Seleukids. That's probably okay. Probably fine. Okay, so we are currently at 26 jungle elephants here. I want to check in over here. We're at 19 of 19, 19 of 42. So we can definitely bring in some additional slaves over here. Non-elephant producers, and we're going to need to bring in a lot of them. So this is going to cost us a small amount of gold per slave. And we're definitely going to bring in just a lot of these. 41 and 42. Okay. So now we have 42 slaves here. That's giving us 1 additional elephant. I was hoping to get 2 out of it, but I mean, I could have massed it, and I didn't. So we're fine there. 19 of 19, 42 out of 42. Let's go into our trade goods map mode so that we can see the elephants a little bit easier this way. So that'll be fine. We know that we've got these guys up here. That's at 11 of 21. Was that not a highlighted location? It's not. It's only within this region. Okay, got it. So 61 out of 64. We can definitely increase this a little bit. It currently produces 3 elephants, so that's what, 36? Every 18 slave pops will provide an additional 1 elephant. Okay, what's 18 times 3? 18 times 3 is 54. And then if we add 18 to that, it would be 72. So adding in the slaves here will not get us an additional elephant at this time. Noted. Okay, checking up over this way. This is lacking a forge. As well as slaves. Is this city highlighted? No, it is not. Okay, so that's not counted. This city, of course, is. And 1 and 2. I feel like, okay, we have 13 slaves here, and we have 14 slaves here. So we should be able to bring in a slave here and bring this up to 2. Like that. Cool. That puts us at what? 28. Okay. Where else can we bring in additional elephant production? I mean, we can work our way through the, what was that, the civic tree or oratory tree? And make our way down to complex irrigation systems. That is an option. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. We need all of these to finish up. This one's the furthest, and that's 694. That's a while. No doubt about that. It's a potential option. I feel like we don't have the production capacity to be able to produce this in these provinces right now. We need 2 additional elephants. This would need to get up to 72. I mean, we can exceed our building slots, right? That is a thing that we can do. I wish we could pin this highlight open. That would be really nice. We're producing 2 elephants here right now. We're producing 3 elephants here. To be clear, we will have some of these guys swapping over to slaves eventually, I think. Okay, let's take a look at how we're doing on our silk production. So, we produce silk in just these areas. And how much silk do we need to produce there? 30. That's a lot of silk. That is a whole lot of silk. So that pretty much means every single silk producing location needs to be a city. We can definitely start to work on our slave production out over here. Bumping up our foundry and building some mills over here. Are these guys... I'm not sure. They'll arrive on 1 January. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to let these guys finish their march. Now, oh, 1 January. It's 1 December right now. We're fine. No problem there. Cool. So we'll let that go. No issue with this road build. Wait, they're not on road build. Get back up here. Okay. Yeah, they already got turned off of it. That's fine. This stuff up here is all built. We just need to rebuild this, right? That's not a big deal. So we'll get them turned around. That's fine. We're eventually going to want mills here, and we'll need to move slave pops in eventually. As far as the elephants go, yeah, we're down to 26. Not shocking there. Have we done much up over here? It's not a city, but that's okay. This is a city that does not produce elephants. This is a city and does not produce elephants. We currently produce 3 here. 16 slave pops. So that would be 32, 48. We could certainly build an aqueduct here and get to work on that. Okay, these guys can go back onto road build. They're going to walk down to here, and then they're going to backtrack and simply build like that. And that's the whole thing. That's all they're going to do for road build. Cool. So we've also got this whole Granary of India thing going on, right? We're currently producing 70 grain up here. I feel like we can probably produce quite a lot more. Every 9 slave pops produce a grain. Yeah, this is not a problem. We can get this done. In fact, we could probably do it right now. So every 9 slave pops. That would mean that we would want up to 18 slave pops. So we'd want to move in 10 here. And we could certainly do so. So we'd just move these guys on in. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like that. Over here, we would want this to be also hitting 18. So we would move these guys in 15, 16, 17, 18, like that. And we just work our way through all of these, right? And just make sure that that happens. So we're at 73 right now. And I feel like there's definitely room to produce that amount. Yeah, there definitely is. So we can just continue to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That brings us up to 4 grain. Okay, apparently we're looking at our capital now. Cool. And up over this way, this is actually producing cloth. So we want something like this. We do need to assign this title. And this really should be a Vijaya, and we'll put in... Yikes. Okay, this guy's not great at the job, but he'll do. So we're producing cloth here. We're producing earthenwares here. This is going to need like 13 pops moved into it, right? So we're going to go ahead and move pops here. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Something like that. We'll redirect them somewhere more appropriate. Cool. That'll do for now. And over here, we've got 18 pops. So we would need... That's producing earthenware. Vegetables also count. So we should definitely move in 8 pops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. There we go. And what is that putting us at right now for our Granary of India? 75. So we need like 25 more of these. That said, this is producing vegetables. It's only got 5. Okay. Yeah, that does give that base production as well. So we would definitely need to move in like 13 pops here. Something like this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Like that. And now we're producing 3 vegetables here. So now we're at 76. This is going to be a very tedious process, isn't it? I have a feeling that, to a large degree, getting down to here will be a big deal. Are there any other slave resource production outputs? Like slave resource, what do they call this? Slaves needed for surplus reductions. I don't think that there are. It would be in Civic if there are. And there's the one here. And that's basically it. There are none out over here. Very well. That's fine. And in the religious advances, there probably aren't any here, although I think it's theoretically possible that there might be. No, I don't see any there. And there shouldn't be in the martial advances. That wouldn't make sense. So realistically, it's just this one in oratory advances at this point. Okay. So that's definitely what we're working towards. That will help us in a number of regards. We do have a risk of rebellion right now. This province up here. That is not much of a province that is going to rebel. Okay, I'm not very concerned about that, to be honest. And we can continue to work on our breadbasket over here. Yeah, this is producing vegetables, and we would just want to bring these up to like 18 slaves would be the goal. The question is, do we want to work on that now? I think the answer is no. I think we want to wait until we get our next round of technologies. I think that'll be the way to go there. Pop cap, global monthly food modifier, civilization level. Does civilization level modify that at all? No, pretty much just the happiness. Okay. We can call down an omen, and I don't suppose there's one for... there's slave happiness here. That's not really what I'm looking for. Provincial loyalty, monthly civilization change. Aggressive expansion is pretty nice. Base food capacity, global monthly food modifier. I don't think the food modifier counts. I think that's just the base amounts. So it is what it is. Okay. We could definitely work on upgrading some of these holy sites, I think. Right? We can work on that? I mean, this does have an empty, okay. Hello, Herod Buddha. Local citizen output. Interesting. So these are already set to, be level 2. Indeed. I don't see a way to upgrade that at this moment. I'm probably just dumb, but it's fine. I think we're going to go for the state religion happiness again. We're low stability right now, and I would like to offset that. We're going to start going up in our stability soon enough, and once these guys are done here, I want them to head back over this direction. These guys do not have a commander, and the Vijaya family is still considered scorned. Let's see if we can put somebody in here. This guy's the best, and this guy is a little bit worse. I think he's okay, though, realistically. He's not great at his job, but I think he'll do the trick. Okay, these can be grouped together and continue to drill. A minor addendum. Yes, we absolutely want 6 stability for 10 political influence. Cool. That'll keep our stability a bit artificially inflated. And realistically, this is definitely going to need some work out over here. So yeah, every 9 slave pops will produce an additional grain. That will eventually be down to 8. So instead of 27 for +4, we would instead be at 24, which is more doable with our pop cap. So that might be a doable thing. We'll put this guy in as the most qualified. Cool. And our aggressive expansion is continuing to drop here. We are still negative in terms of our stability, but we're certainly going to need to let our aggressive expansion continue to fall. I want to take over this territory, but it'll be a bit before we're really, truly ready for that. As far as getting all of this done, how are we doing on our elephants? It's down to 24. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that because these pops are going to be changing over to other types and migrating out. So that's not shocking. I definitely do want to get down to complex irrigation system before we get too much further. There's also this maximum research efficiency here that we can get immediately after that, which isn't bad. That would help our research efficiency. We've been capped at 175 for a good long time. I want to check in on how we're doing on our conversions. So we now have 96 nobles down here. I want to check in on this city. Yeah, for the moment, that's okay. Free stability is cool. So we do want to get additional nobles here. How are we doing on our pop promotion? Okay. Noted. So this is going to be a slow process, but that will be done eventually. 446, this is going pretty well. Assimilating the Tamils, we're almost halfway done with that now. So that's looking great. I want to check in on how we are doing on our provinces here. So let's go ahead and sort by religious unity. Make sure that everything under 50%, which, wow, there's barely anything. Why is this at 100 and then 81? Okay, that was exciting. There's barely any below 50 at this point. So we can start thinking about swapping some of these up here over to cultural assimilation instead. Do we not have a governor here? Apparently we do not. Slaves? They're already slaves. So we would convert them to slaves? I don't know what the point of that is. Strike the heirs. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and assign a governor up here. That will be this guy. Fantastic. And he decided to be on this governor policy. Not ideal. So we're just going to, if I can grab this and scroll. There we go. We're just going to check in on this. And I think anything that is above 50, we're going to look to swap over to cultural assimilation. But we're not really going to have the political influence to do all of these, I don't think. But we need to be working on that cultural assimilation. We're doing well on the religious assimilation. Now that it's majority Buddhist, we should be okay on that front. So we're just going to get all of these swapped on over to cultural assimilation, even if they're over 50%, I feel like. And this would be... Oh, we don't have enough at this point. Okay, so that's fine for now. Most of these are already on cultural, but they're going to require some additional work there. So that's fine. Are we stacked together over here? We are. Beautiful. So that's our roads built down here. We can definitely think about attacking over this way. We're at 22.18 aggressive expansion right now. Do we want to attack now or wait until next episode? Either way, the war will primarily happen next episode. So I think to a certain degree, we may as well wait. Okay. How are we doing on our tech here? We are currently about 7 years away. Probably more like 6 years away here. And then this is going to be more along the lines of 9 years, which is probably more like 7 or 8. Okay. So that's all fine. That is all fine. Turbulent priests, huh? We'll go ahead and make a large donation. That's fine. We can start moving our troops over this direction, and so we shall. We'll just get into position for this war. It'll take a little time for these forces to move. We're not going to need any more than our legion here, that's for sure. An unruly subject, huh? Okay. The Magadans are being rude, but no one is shocked about this. Cool. So up to 16 political influence at this point. I want to come back into this list here and just be checking on these guys. They should be on cultural assimilation. These should also be on cultural assimilation. And how many more do we need? 2? We just need 2. Also, automatic trade should be enabled for literally all of these. Go ahead and do that. No problem whatsoever here. So while we're waiting on that last little bit of political influence to get these shifted over, we can get this done. Beautiful. So these guys are going to need to be on religious conversion, or rather cultural assimilation, but I think that this is actually more important here. So we'll do this one first. We lost a researcher in our civic field. Okay, we'll put in this guy as the most qualified. He is skill 8, so he's actually, I think, a small upgrade over who was there before. That'll be nice. And now we just need to wait a little bit here until we have the political influence that we need. We need 7 total. We're gaining almost 2 per month, so we might have enough based on rounding on this month tick. If not, it will definitely be on the year tick. Let's see what happens. 7. I think we're okay. So we're going to hop into our administration here, and we're going to swap this over to cultural assimilation. Perfect. So with that underway, that will be absolutely phenomenal. We don't have all that much religious conversion happening. Technically, this should be swapped over as well, but we'll keep an eye on that for now. So integrated pops, we're definitely still working on integrating these all the way up to 100%. We have missions to do a lot of work here. So 98 nobles in Lanka nobility now, and 453. We have pops dying here due to starvation. We should absolutely be importing grain. I don't know why we're not. We're going to import a couple of grains, like 3. That's all in this province. Okay. Let's see if that's good enough. On the month tick, we'll find out. Okay. We still need additional grain here. We'll import 2 more grain. Or I guess a fish. Sure. We'll see if that's enough on the month tick. We don't want our pops to starve. So we'll import all of that grain. Our aggressive expansion is dropping nicely. Okay, plus 51 food. Perfect. So that'll do. They've got barbarians over here. Hilarious. And we're still just walking on over, but it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to conquer this area over here for sure. And we're going to start thinking about getting some of these missions done. They will be very doable very soon. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Now, we just imprisoned somebody through an event, and I put in a new governor, and he changed things around. I'm very upset at him. I'll change it off camera. See you all next time.